And welcome to another episode of Primility Primer, our morning reminder of the power of balancing pride and humility as we go about our daily lives. This is episode number 38. I am your host, Jared Morris, and it's Thursday, which means another episode of Thank You Thursday. And today for Thank You Thursday, I want to thank you. Well, at least some of you, I assume, who are watching this. And specifically, I want to thank those of you who have sent me back pictures of your wristbands, of your wrist with your red wristband on. If you don't know, people who sign up for the email list for Primility are then given an opportunity to register for the site and request a red wristband. And people who do request a red wristband, I send one out. There's no charge on it. I pay the postage. I do all of that. And it's my way of help, number one, of saying thank you for supporting the content, for supporting me, most importantly, for supporting this idea. And if you take the step of saying, hey, I want to wear this wristband, I want to focus on balancing pride and humility in my life. I like what you're saying. I like, how what the benefits of this seem like they will be. I am happy to send you a wristband so that you can use that, like I do, as a tool for self-awareness, as a tool to remind myself of how powerful this idea can be. And all I ask in return of the people I send this to is that you email me back a picture of your wrist with it on. And if you go to primility.com/wristbands, you can see the wristband wall. As I talk right now, there are 101 pictures on there. I've got another one in my email ready to add to it, which will make 102. And the goal is 10,000. And I set that goal about a year and a half ago when I kind of relaunched the site. And I know it's been a little bit slow in getting there, but I'm committed to it and we'll get there. And we may not get there for 20 years. Who knows? But we keep moving on. And the thing is, I've probably mailed out 175, 180 wristbands. And so, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed that I've only gotten 102 pictures back. But there are many different ways to look at that. And certainly I can be disappointed in the people that didn't send me a picture back. But I would rather focus on the people who did. And so for those of you who have, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to take the picture, to send it to me, because it helps. And I love being able to tweet out another wristband picture. And I love getting them in my email. I really do. And so I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate that. And for today's thank you card, I did write a thank you card that I will read. I want to give you an example of, because I also send out a card with these. And I know it can be a little bit difficult to send a thank you card to someone that you don't know. And certainly a lot of the people who have requested wristbands and who have sent me back pictures are people that I know. And so it's very easy to make those thank you cards sincere and to make them specific, right? The two S's that make for a good thank you card. Well, several of the people who have requested wristbands, I don't know. They are people who have read the content and maybe have never even commented or tweeted or emailed before, but their name comes up requesting a wristband. And for those people, that doesn't mean that they don't get a handwritten note thanking them, because I'm just as appreciative of those people too. And so I want to say thank you to the most recent person who requested a wristband, and just kind of provide an example if you are ever in the situation of being compelled to write a thank you card for someone whose actions you appreciate, but maybe you don't necessarily know them. The specific and the sincere still applies. And you can still make a card that, even if you don't know the person personally, hopefully still sounds personal, and certainly that comes across as genuine. So this card is for Vikas. Your wristband will be in the mail tomorrow. No, it'll be in the mail today, because I've already got this card. We're ready to go. So here's the card that I'm sending to Vikas, thanking him for requesting a wristband, for joining Primility and kind of becoming part of this mindset, this movement that we have going here. So Vikas, thank you for joining Primility. I appreciate the support, and I'm so glad that you are finding the investment of your time into our content to be worthwhile. I hope that incorporating the practice of balancing pride and humility into your daily life benefits you in some way. It certainly has for me. This wristband is yours to serve as a reminder of Primility whenever you need it. None of us will ever perfectly balance pride and humility, nor probably anything else. But the more we think about it, the more self-aware we are, the better our lives will be, and the better we can serve the world. Please send me a picture of your wrist with your band on so I can add you to the wristband wall. One more closer to 10,000. Signed, Jared Morris, Pride and Humility. So Vikas, thank you. And again, to everybody who has received one of these cards, who has received a wristband, thank you for supporting Primility, even if it was for a short time, even if you no longer wear your wristband, because requesting it buoyed me on and moved me forward to where I am now. And an extra special thank you to those of you who have sent me back a picture, because I appreciate it. And I think it makes that wristband wall just that much more powerful with each new picture that we get. So I really appreciate that. And if you want to get your red wristband, go to primility.com/join. That will get you onto the email list, and you'll get our Monday morning email, an inspiring thought in your inbox every Monday morning, and then our Friday digest. And then you will have the opportunity to request your red Primility wristband. And if anything is unclear, just email me, jared@primility.com. Certainly the goal here is not to make it hard. It's to get you the wristband. So if you're having any problems with it, just let me know, and we'll be sure that you get your wristband. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Primility Primer. I do hope that you'll use Thank You Thursday as an opportunity to reach out to someone who you are feeling gratitude for and thank them. Let them know. An email, a call, a card, something more than a thought. Because that's the important part about gratitude, not that we're thinking it in here, but that we're expressing it somehow, and that we're putting those thoughts of gratitude out in the world so they continue to perpetuate themselves, pay it forward, because a more grateful world is certainly a world that I would rather live in, and I have to assume that it's a world that you would like to live in too. So instead of waiting around hoping that it happens, let's all do our part to lead by example, pay it forward, and make it happen. Thank you for watching this episode, listening to this episode of Primility Primer. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. I appreciate you being here. Wrist bump.